What if the impossible was right in front of us? What if the team we've doubted, the team we've watched fall short last year, the team we wrote off in December, was about to defy every expectation? The Golden State Warriors might just do the impossible. This team wasn't supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to look like a favorite to beat the top 2 seeded Houston Rockets in the West playoff bracket. They didn't strike fear like they used to in the dynasty years. The league wasn't worried about Golden State anymore. They were a memory, but suddenly, that memory is looking scary again. They absolutely did not look like this back in January. They went 22-8 in their last 30 games, but a few months ago, they were spiraling, started the season red hot, 8-2, looking like they'd figured it out. Then, disaster. A Nagy hat slump, injuries, trade rumors, chemistry breakdowns. There was even legit talk of Draymond Green getting traded, and whispers that Steph might pull a Team USA reunion with LeBron in LA. No lie, it felt like the end. Steph was frustrated, Kuminga and Moody were reportedly on the block, Draymond was suspended, the vibes were off. And then, something wild happened. They held on, they survived the chaos, they stopped the bleeding, and then they made the boldest and most underrated move of the season. They traded for Jimmy Butler. The Warriors sent out Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick, and brought in the definition of a postseason killer. Playoff Jimmy, the same Jimmy Butler who took Miami to 2 finals, the same Jimmy who made Milwaukee and Boston cry in back-to-back playoff runs. Now he's in the Bay, and he's already made his presence felt. Since the trade, the Warriors are 22-8. Jimmy is putting up 24 points, 6 boards, and 5 assists a night, and the whole team is playing like they've been hit with a dose of Miami grit and Bay Area swagger. The guy who lives for the playoffs, the guy who turns into an all-time great when the lights get hot and the stakes get higher. This wasn't just a trade, this was a full-on personality transplant. You see, for years, the Warriors have been about finesse, flash, shooting, movement. Jimmy Butler brought in something different, that grimminess, that grit, that I don't care if I score 5 or 50, I'm going to break your spirit energy, and the impact, immediate. Since Jimmy arrived in the Bay, the Warriors' identity shifted. They started winning ugly games, grinding out defensive stops, closing in the clutch. Jimmy's putting up a casual 24-6-5, but the numbers don't even tell the full story. He's locking down opposing wings, calling out switches like a linebacker, and barking at teammates like it's Game 7 every night. But it's not just intensity, it's leadership. It's knowing exactly who he is and what's needed. He didn't walk into that locker room and try to take over. He walked in and said, "Steph, you do your thing. I'll take the other team's best guy, and when it's time to close, give me the ball." The Warriors haven't had a closer like this since Kevin Durant. And make no mistake, when it's a tie game with 1:30 left and Steph is being face guarded at half court, Jimmy's got you. Spin move, elbow jumper, foul bait, whatever it takes, he's doing it. He's a bully in the best way, and we've seen this movie before. Butler plays the regular season like a warm-up act, then transforms into an elite, top 5 caliber two-way killer when the playoffs begin. In 2020, he nearly stole a title from LeBron and AD. In 2023, he tore through the East like a supervillain with a vendetta. Now he's teamed up with Steph and Draymond with a chance to write his own finals legacy. And just imagine this, Game 6 at Chase Center, series on the line. Steph is double teamed. The ball swings to Jimmy. He's not blinking. Meanwhile, Draymond Green is back in full villain mode. He is a top candidate for Defensive Player of the Year and he just might win it all this time. After suspensions and questions about his future, he returned like a man possessed. In the final 20 games, the Warriors' defense ranked top 5 in the league. Switches, sharp, help defense, locked in, communication, loud and surgical. Draymond is quarterbacking this team like it's 2017 again. You can tell he smells blood. And then there's the engine, the heartbeat, the one-man earthquake that has been terrorizing NBA defenses for over a decade. Wardle Stephen Curry said, "Let's get one thing straight. Steph Curry is not slowing down. He's not winding down. He's not a nostalgic highlight package. He's still one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the NBA. And this season, at 36 years old, he's been quietly putting together one of the most efficient scoring campaigns of his entire career. Since the All-Star break, 27 points per game, 62% 40% true shooting and averaging more fourth quarter points than Luka, Dame, and Jason Tatum. He's not just shooting, he's surgical. Every movement has purpose. Every screen he slips, every cut he makes, every 35-foot bomb he takes. It's all calculated chaos. But what's really been special this season? Steph's leadership. This is no longer the wide-eyed kid with the baby face and floppy ankle braces. This is a man who knows what it takes to win 4 championships, and who understands when it's time to take over and when it's time to elevate others. He's trusting his teammates more than ever, feeding Kuminga, deferring to Jimmy in clutch spots, giving Draymond space to quarterback the defense. But when the moment comes, he kills you himself. Teams still have no idea what to do with him. Face guard him? He moves for 23 seconds straight. Trap him? He makes the skip pass like he's playing chess. Switch a big onto him. Game over. What makes Steph so terrifying isn't just the shooting. It's that he never stops moving. He's conditioned like a Navy SEAL with a jump shot. And when the playoffs start, that conditioning becomes unfair. We've already seen it this season. 36 points in a must-win versus Phoenix. 41 points on the road in Minnesota. 10 threes in a heater versus Denver. And did it without breaking a sweat. Every time you think he's fading, he reminds you that gravity doesn't retire. Legend doesn't age like normal players. And now he's got playoff Jimmy taking pressure off him. He's got Kuminga flying down the lane. He's got Draymond back barking on defense and launching surprise fast breaks like it's 2016. Steph doesn't have to do everything anymore. But when the time comes, he still can. And that's the scariest thing of all. Teams still have no idea what to do with him. Face guard him? He moves for 23 seconds straight. Trap him? He makes the skip pass like he's playing chess. Switch a big onto him? Game over. What makes Steph so terrifying isn't just the shooting, it's that he never stops moving. He's conditioned like a Navy SEAL with a jump shot, and when the playoffs start, that conditioning becomes unfair. We've already seen it this season. Inoche, 36 points in a must-win versus Phoenix. 41 points on the road in Minnesota, 10 threes in a heater versus Denver, and did it without breaking a sweat. Every time you think he's fading, he reminds you that gravity doesn't retire. Legend doesn't age like normal players. And now he's got playoff Jimmy taking pressure off him, he's got Kuminga flying down the lane, he's got Draymond back barking on defense and launching surprise fast breaks like it's 2016. Steph doesn't have to do everything anymore, but when the time comes, he still can, and that's the scariest thing of all. What if they beat Houston in the first round? What if they upset the winner of the Lakers-Minnesota series? What if Steph and Jimmy get hot and take out OKC in the conference finals? These are all totally possible scenarios right now. What if this team, this once written off, aging out punchline of a roster, storms all the way back to the finals? They've got the pieces, they've got the edge, they've got that old dynasty arrogance again with some nice young pieces to deliver. The Warriors might just do the impossible, and if they do, you can say you saw it coming right here. Smash that like button if you still believe in Steph Curry. Drop a fire emoji in the comments if Jimmy was the missing piece. And subscribe if you're riding with the Warriors through this wild playoff run. This is Hoops Court Vision, and we're just getting started.